Make sure to enter into our Prop Bets contest for a chance to win $400. All you need to do is be subscribed to our channel, like this video, and comment below, and you're automatically entered in. One randomly selected commenter will win $400 if we hit all of our props. Good luck out there, and let's win some money. Welcome to the Props Ed Show, presented by LineStar, your 5 best NFL player prop bets for Wild Card Weekend. Alongside Tyler Wiemann, I'm Shannon Sommerville. All of our picks are available on the Underdog Fantasy app. If you don't already have the Underdog Fantasy app, make sure to download it and use our promo code LineStar for up to $100 of your deposit matched. Tyler, we're finally here. Wild Card Weekend playoffs is upon us. We finished the regular season strong on Underdog Fantasy, 63% right, which means we're winning money, which is good news.
Are.
We still are saving up for the Washington Commanders, so got to save that money, especially so we can buy them and get rid of the mascot that they just unveiled. I'm not loving that mascot.
I missed that one.
Major Tuddy is not it for me.
I missed what the mascot looks like, so I
know your favorite mascot is obviously the Jacksonville Jaguars, who walks around in a Speedo, right?
I mean, why wouldn't it be?
All right, we've got some great props for you here today on Underdog Fantasy, so let's kick it off with a Josh Allen prop. We're taking Josh Allen over 34 pass attempts. He's averaging 35 pass attempts per game, going up against the Miami Dolphins, who he's already torched in the past, 63 pass attempts and 40 pass attempts, respectively. And he's an absolute gunslinger that will be passing the ball a lot in this game against the Dolphins, because that is where they are weakest, 25th in pass defense DVOA. What do you make of this prop for Josh Allen here?
Yeah, I think this line is just a little bit too low for Allen here. Miami has allowed 36.6 pass attempts on average throughout the season. Allen and the Bills, very pass-first team. Our LineStar projections, almost 41. It's 40.8 here. And over the last 4 games, Allen is averaging over 39 pass attempts per game. So I think we got to hit the over here.
We'd like it a little more if Tua was on the other side of this thing. But Right now for the Dolphins, it's Skylar Thompson, third-string quarterback. So that, I guess, is the only thing we're maybe kind of concerned about. But either way, we're loving Josh Allen because we know what he is capable of. He's had an incredible season, and looking forward to seeing postseason Josh Allen. I'm also looking forward to seeing postseason Chargers running back Austin Eckler, who's been a fantasy stud this season. So we're taking Eckler over 38.5 receiving yards. Eckler's averaging 42 receiving yards per game. He's gone over this mark in 60% of games, including back in week 3 against Jacksonville. He had 48 receiving yards. He's been such a dynamic back. He's so great in the passing game, which makes him so lethal, especially to this Jags defense that ranks 17th in pass defense DVOA versus the running back. What do you make of this line for Austin Eckler here?
Yeah, I think the Chargers are just a very aggressive pass-first team. And in the playoffs, that's not going to change. And Brandon Staley is going to need to keep the ball in his best weapon's hands. Frankly, that is Herbert, Eckler, and Allen.
Speaking of Allen, Keenan Allen, we're going to him next for his over in receiving yards. It's 76.5. And Allen's averaging 75 receiving yards per game. He's gone over in 5 of the last 6 games. One of the greatest route runners, and he's already establishing that chemistry with Justin Herbert that maybe hadn't been there the first few games just because he was getting back into it. He had been dealing with injuries earlier in the season. Now he's coming back into this. He is an absolute weapon for Justin Herbert, and the two of them have linked up for some pretty incredible plays this season. The Jacksonville Jaguars defense ranks 28th in pass defense DVOA versus the opposing team's wide receiver 1. Allen in a great spot here. What do you assess of it?
And Allen's been on a roll. He's been over in 5 of 6 here. And the wide receiver ones that have beat Jacksonville are all guys that can play out of the slot. They can play out wide. They're all really good route runners. Those guys simply have been CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen. Those 4 wide receivers have beat Jacksonville the most, and Allen did it week 3, 10 receptions for 125. And I think how he's playing now, how Herbert's seeing him, I think they do it again.
Another component of this is it's going to be a shootout. You have Trevor Lawrence on the ascent playing incredible, and then you've got Justin Herbert. Might be kind of a shootout, which lends itself to some of these overs on the receiving yards props with Eckler and with Keenan Allen here.
Absolutely. And if you're playing these two together, you might want to just throw in Herbert there as an over, just because if Herbert's hitting over, both these guys likely do as well.
All right, now let's go to our picks this week. Tyler, where are you finding some value in the prop market on Underdog Fantasy?
I'm going with Joe Mixon over 3.5 receptions. Mixon's been over in 6 of 10 this year. He was over in 3 of 4 playoff games last season. The Ravens defense, super good at stopping the run. I think the way they're going to have to get Mixon involved is the passing game. They're going to be looking to him in check down passes, and Baltimore Ravens have allowed 5.4 receptions to the running back per game.
This is an interesting game overall because on the other side of things, no Lamar Jackson in this one. So I was a little apprehensive of going kind of near this game because even the Bengals have some question marks, especially offensive line, a little bit banged up right now. But if there's anything safe, it is a Joe Mixon prop who's been hitting for us this season with regularity. I am going to the highest scoring game or the highest game total of the week in the Giants-Vikings game, and I am going with Giants running back Saquon Barkley over 73.5 rushing yards. Saquon's averaging 82 rush yards per game. Against Minnesota back in Week 16, he had 84 rushing yards. I think the quad father will be absolutely juiced for the playoffs here. It's his first playoff appearance, and I think he is going to show out in Minnesota for this one. The Minnesota Vikings ranked 19th in rush defense DVOA. Their defense hasn't played that well, and they didn't play them that well in Week 16. I just think that Saquon's going to come out and absolutely put on a show in the playoffs. He's been putting on a show all season long and has been racking up the points for fantasy owners all season. So I am taking Saquon Barkley over 73.5 rush yards. Very excited for that game between the Giants and the Vikings. The Vikings, the luckiest team in the NFL by the official. There is actually a luck metric that measures things like fumbles, opponents miss field goals, things like that. And the Vikings are actually the luckiest team. But the Giants aren't far off. They rank 6th in that stat. So just really looking forward to these two teams that have been wildly inconsistent all season long and have somehow found their way into the playoffs. So should be a good one. The Giants are just a pretty incredible story. I've been counting them out all season long and week in and week out. They prove that, hey, that magic fairy dust is here to stay. So
hey, whatever Brian Daboll's got them doing, they believe.
All right, let's recap our top 5 picks on Underdog Fantasy, starting with Josh Allen over 34 pass attempts, Austin Eckler over 38.5 receiving yards, Keenan Allen over 76.5 receiving yards, Joe Mixon over 3.5 receptions, and Saquon Barkley over 73.5 rush yards. Make sure to tail us on the Underdog Fantasy app, and if you don't already have the app, make sure to download it and use the promo code LineStar for up to $100 of your deposit matched. Also, check out our Props Edge Plus tool. It's what we've been using all season long to help us win some money and find the best value in the prop market. Check it out, LineStarApp.com. Go lock in our prop bets. If you have any others, drop them in the comments. And that's, in fact, where you will be automatically entered in to win $300 on...
$400.
$400.
Yes.
All you have to do is comment below, make sure you're subscribed to our channel, and sign up for those notifications as well, because a lot of times the lines change. We want you guys to hop on these bets right away. So enter in that contest. If we hit all 5, one randomly selected commenter will win $400. Got nice big money on the line here.
Nice little payday.
So let's hit these props. Good luck to you in all your prop betting for Super Wild Card Week. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.